So today we're going to make chai. Now there's nothing like a cup of hot Indian chai, and there are many different flavors, consistencies of the tea. Some are made with just milk, some are made with predominantly water, some are made with half milk, half water. I like mine to be made with predominantly water. So I've got one mug, cup, whatever, of water, whatever your drinking vessel is going to be. I'm going to add a second cup in here. That's my dog Jack that left us all too soon. Anyway, so I like to be reminded of him and drink from this mug. And what I'm going to do is put that on a high heat, and to the water I'm going to add, I'm going to say 2 tablespoons of loose leaf tea. Now, if you don't have loose leaf tea, don't worry about that. You can add, 1 tea bag, depending on the strength of your tea bag. I mean, you may like strong tea, you may like weak tea. It's really entirely up to you. Actually, I said 2, but I think I'm going to add 3 tablespoons of loose leaf tea because I like my tea a little strong. And to that, I'm going to add 2 measures of sugar. So that's one per cup essentially. And the measure here is, like, once again, the sugar is to your taste. If you don't like it really sweet, don't add a whole bunch of sugar. I like mine not so sweet, but sweet enough that it brings out the full flavor of the tea. So 2 measures of sugar, or 1 measure per cup, let's just say. And then I've got what we call chai masala. So chai masala can come in very different forms. Some people make it at home. I haven't gotten around to making my own blend of chai masala and then grinding that up. So I buy store-bought, but what I do with the store-bought ones is there may be different aspects of different brands that I like. So I mix them together and then I sort of create my own masala. And then if I've got some lemongrass or what they call green tea, I'll dry that and then put that in here so you can actually see that sort of dry lemongrass in there. And that adds a sort of just a slightly different tinge to it. It doesn't taste lemongrassy, but you know that there's something else in the masala. And so I'm just carrying on sort of adding masala here. But what you're looking at is about, I would say maybe 1/4 teaspoon per cup of chai masala. But once again, if you don't like it too spicy, don't do that. I'm going to take some of my garden mint and just break that in there. I like mint, but I don't like the mint to overpower the taste of the tea. And then what I also do to augment the masala is just slice in, or you can grate in, some fresh ginger. And just, once again, it's to your taste. So I like quite a bit of it, so I'm just going to slice in a fair bit of that. Now, all you're going to do is essentially bring this to a boil. And once it's brought to a boil, depending on the heat level of your stove, I have this on a high heat on an induction cooktop, so that will take about probably another 2 minutes to bring to a boil. You're going to then add your milk, whether it's whole milk, 2% milk, 1%, or like me, it's a 0%. You'll add that, and I'll be back when the tea has boiled and is ready for the milk. Okay, so it's been about 2 minutes and the tea has come to a boil. So I'm just going to slowly add in milk. And what I like to do is I like a nice sort of caramel color to the milk. And so I'll sort of just estimate how much milk I want in here. I don't know what else to tell you other than that. It's a bit of a trial and error for you if you try and sort of do measurements. I feel that, you kind of go, yeah, I like the look of it. then just, you know, stick with that and see how it tastes, and then adjust. You know, there's one thing about Indian tea: you can have it in the morning, you can have it in the afternoon at tea time, or you can have it in the evening. So you have at least 3 attempts a day to get your recipe right in terms of how you like your tea. And then the flavoring of the tea also matters. So it's really funny, you know, on a weekend we, you know, always have a couple of mugs of tea. And so it was funny because I sort of dressed in my, what I would call a kaftan, you know, from an Indian language perspective. But as my work colleagues reminded me, this is actually a Mrs. Roper from Three's Company muumuu. I didn't quite know what that was, so I looked it up and I see Mrs. Roper in a kaftan. So I'm coming from you this morning in my Mrs. Roper kaftan, and an ode to, or an homage to, I would say, Three's Company. What a great show that was. That's for those of you in North America. For those of you in England, that would be the equivalent of Man About the House. So one played off the other. Anyway, so this now, what you're going to do is bring this to a boil. And once it's brought to a boil, just turn it off. And when that happens, I'll be back. Okay, and we're back. The tea has come to a boil. Now, don't leave the tea. Often I leave the tea when I'm down in Charlotte doing other things, and it does boil over, so not great. But this is induction, so if it does do that, not to worry, it's an easy cleanup. Now, this saucepan actually has a nice lip, so I can actually pour the tea straight from here through my tea strainer into my cup. If you are using a pot that does not have a lip, then I would encourage you take, a measuring cup or some other vessel for you to then sort of just transport the tea from here into the strainer. And just do it carefully. There's nobody running after you. Just easy does it. And this is extremely hot. And you're just going to pour it like that. I'm just going to leave that in there and deal with that. Now, normally I would say to you, enjoy your tea and take a sip. But because this is really hot, I'm not going to do that. But I will say to you, enjoy your morning cup of chai.